Hello, I'm actually a little bit sad because I just wasted about 30 minutes playing a itch.io game called Don't Take This Risk, which is about a Frenchman who calls a suicide hotline. But he gets you. You're not the suicide hotline, you're just a random ass girl. And it gets a bit weird. But it was... While it tackled a heavy subject matter, it was kind of funny. Which maybe it wasn't supposed to be, but it was also really unnerving because of the guy's character. It was just very unnerving, but the freaking thing didn't record properly, so that was just 30 minutes completely wasted. Which is sad, but at least it was only 30 minutes. I mean, it would have always only ever have been 30 minutes. It was a really short game. If you want to play it, go play it. You get to choose between an alluring and cool French guy or a funny and something French guy. It's very weird. I definitely felt uneasy. They did some clever things with it, so... but at the same time, it's very short. You have to give it props for what it can do in the amount of time it's been given. Anyway, all I know about this game is that you play as a girl, and it's called the Blind Griffin, and I think the Blind Griffin is a speakeasy. So that's what we're going to play. Okay, would you like an explanation of how to play the Blind Griffin? Sure, why not? Hey there! If you're feeling confused on how to play, we'll help you out. I'm not gonna do that accent. Left-click your mouse or press to enter on the screen. Yeah, copacetic. When you see a blinking gold icon, it means you can continue on. If you missed something... Okay. You know, I actually don't need this. I have played a lot of visual novels in my day. Emmy. What are you doing over here, Viv? I'm explaining to this person on the other side of the screen here how to play our game. Sounds annoying. Oh, don't be like that. Just go on and show off your expertise, won't you? I can't do this alone. Guess I've got no choice. So if you right-click with your mouse, the end-game menu will show up on the left and you'll be able to save your game right away if you want. Ooh. You can right-click again to hide this menu. By the by, the glossary is for when you see a 1920s slang word you don't know. These words will also look different, like the word beer cat. Okay, if you click on Beer Cat, you get to read what it means. A hot-headed, fiery girl. Experts cannot agree on whether an actual bear cat animal would be terrifying or adorable. Oh, you do? Oh my god, I don't care, like, I know. 1 second. I just needed to move in my chair. Too busy arguing, more like. Well, you forgot to mention the help menu. The button shows up when you right-click. Yep, everything's there. Sorry, still need to move. Okay, the help page lists all the hotkeys for the game. For example, if you pressed Shift S, it'll take a screenshot of the game. Isn't that the berries, isn't it? Something great, because berries are pretty great. This phrase usually has the in front of it. Okay. Wow. Nope. Quick save. I don't care. I know that. Okay, bye. The glass jar I was holding explodes, sending smoke and bits of glass everywhere. Well, that didn't go the way I wanted it to at all. My mentor ain't happy about this either. I'm probably in for a lecture. But what did he really expect? I'm new at this. When I came to San Francisco with my family, I never thought I'd end up becoming a magician in training. It was maybe only number 8 on my list of job choices. Actually, I'm not really sure what I expected. At least there hasn't been a dull moment since I got here. This all started a little over a week ago. So Sunday, okay? It wasn't long after getting here that I decided it was time for me to leave the nest. Don't get me wrong, I love my family, always will, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life working laundry. Besides, they never came out and said it, but I think my parents are both disappointed that I still haven't middle aisles to... You mean get married? To get married, there you go. To walk down the proverbial aisle with someone and be joined in the bonds of a marriage. Oh, I didn't want to click that again, my bad. I got plenty of offers, sure, but I wasn't about to get married to the first schmuck who asked. And marrying one of them would have meant being a railroad wife. Or a laundry wife. Nah, I got my sights set higher. I don't need a man to make things happen for me. This is an otome game, so you're gonna get a man. Oh, so I thought. But there weren't exactly a lot of jobs for a Chinese Jane girl. Yeah, female. What? Is the male equivalent Joe, you ask? Don't be silly. Joe means coffee. I guess there's a reason so many Chinese people work in laundry. Just as I was starting to feel like I'd done a real dumb thing leaving my family, I noticed some things in the air I ain't never saw before. There were words floating around above me, shimmering and sparkling words that looked like they were made of smoke. At least I think they were words. I can't read, never learned how. Anyhow, I got curious. They formed a trail, and seeing as I had nothing else to do and nowhere to be, I followed where they led. Turns out at the end of the smoke trail was what looked like a candy shop. Huh, I wondered who here had made the smoke float in the air and shine like that. But mostly, seeing all that candy I couldn't eat just reminded me I was dangerously low on money. I'd bet whoever owned the place wasn't looking to hire someone like me to help out either. I turned away, but a soft voice called out to me before I could go. Wait, are you here to inquire about the job? The word job was music to my ears. I turned around so fast I almost fell over. In front of me was this real tall dame. Dame? A woman! Well, I knew what dame meant. A woman of any age, it should be noted. I ain't never seen a woman that tall before. She was dressed to the nines and looked like she had real heavy sugar. A lot of sweetness? I don't know. Oh, lots of money. Money is pretty sweet. Okay. I'd bet she's the one who owns this place. It could be a fun game trying to figure out what the glossary shit means before we actually click it. I nodded, but suspicious-like. I'm Marie. What's your name? I should really, like, give a, like, an American accent or something. I'm really not great at holding an American accent, though. My name, huh? I had to think about that for a second. Valkii. I'm gonna be Valkii. It's Valkii. I can't do an American accent, I'm gonna lose it. Valkii, is it? That certainly is an adorable name. You're here for that job, right? That's all I can do. The way she said that was kind of shady, but I had nothing to lose. Yep. Copacetic. Come in, come in. What does that mean again? Alright. Not at all pretentious sounding. She took me inside the place. Candy lined the walls. It looked legit, but too perfect somehow. I started putting the pieces together. So, a candy shop, huh? Pretty good cover, isn't it? Yep, I knew there was something else going on here. She led me into a back room and pushed a button that made the wall open up. We went down some stairs and... sure enough, there was a speakeasy at the bottom of them. Who's this plain Jane? Yeah, I'm a girl and you're one to talk. Ain't you exactly a catch yourself? What was that, you bear cat? Now, take it easy, Emmy. This is Valkii. She's here about the job opening. I can't do the American, I can't. I don't think I'm in the headspace for it today. Sometimes I'm in the headspace to do an accent, sometimes I'm not. And in the last, like, 2 visual novels I played, I did accents. I just can't anymore, I can't. Especially the last one where I had to do an Irish accent for so long and that was very hard. That was very hard. That was very hard. I can't. I've lost every accent I could ever do before. Fuck. Oh, I can't even do an Australian accent because that's the one I'm worst at because it just comes out British. Alright, nice to meet you, Valkii. I'm Vivienne. Oh, but you can just call me Vivi for short. I nodded. This sourpuss here is Emilio. Don't pay him no mind. He's all bark and no bite. Got it. Says you. Says everyone. Ah, beat it. Beat it, you schmuck. Emilio gave me a once-over. You got any experience bartending? Don't exactly look like the type. Oh, is it because I'm Chinese, you fucker? Why? Because I'm Chinese? He waved his hand at that. After I thought about it, I figured this place don't care much about a person's colour. Oh yeah. Whoever heard of a dame mixing drinks? Oh, it's because I'm a woman. Fuck you even more. Like doubly fuck you. Couldn't argue with that, not like I had any experience. I'm a quick study. Wonderful. We've got another bird here who can mix drinks well enough, but he's pretty tied up with other duties. Bird in British, that means woman. Like your woman. Okay, a person. Why can't we just call every birdie by their actual species instead of using slang? This sure is confusing. Yeah, bird means woman. Like, oh, is that your bird? Which means, is that your girlfriend? I guess it means girlfriend. We want someone who'll take his place so he can focus on music. Think you can do it? Marie and I'd love to have another girl here. I ain't in a position to be picky about work. If you'll have me, you're on. She's like typed as if she has a Cockney accent, so it throws me off. Copacetic! Where are you staying? Is it close to here? Well, I'll level with you, Marie. I left my parents' place, so I ain't got a place to stay right now. Is that gonna be a problem? Level obviously means, you know, I'll be real with you. To be honest, yeah. If you're honest with someone, you're putting yourself on the same level as them, we guess. Probably means that. No worries, sweetheart. We've got an extra room. Isn't this just amazing luck? Yeah, this all seemed too good to be true. Where was the catch? How much is the pay? How does a sawbuck a week sound? I have no idea. Oh, a $10 bill. A double sawbuck is a $20 bill. It is not, in fact, a male deer with saws for antlers. A gal like me wasn't going to complain about that. So this is the 1920s. Let me go have a look. How much was $10 in 1920? What? Wait, it's giving me pounds and I asked in dollars. Alright, well, a pound was more for some reason. I guess it was different. But that would be apparently about $129. $10 in 1920 is apparently $129 today. Well, yeah, I wouldn't sniff at that either. I mean, I don't know how much like stuff cost back then. Like, I don't know. That's so crazy. Inflation is insanity, Jesus Christ. A guy like me wasn't going to complain about that. It was way more than I would have made staying with my parents. Let me just bring this up. I'm really paranoid about this game freezing and not going on to the next thing. Just like the problem I had with... I played... I think this was on... Yeah, this was on my other YouTube account. I played Lauren the Amazonian Princess? Amazon Princess? I can't remember the exact title, but it was that. And that gave me some trouble too, so... But yeah. Copacetic. She beamed when I said that. Like I said, I'm a quick study. All I'm doing is bartending, mixing drinks, and helping out at the candy store upstairs. You'd just be watching the place, really. A speakeasy's not allowed or something? Why is it hidden? I need to look this up too. Like, I'm learning. I'm fucking learning. Speakeasy. Okay, 1920. That came up instantly. Ah, a speakeasy, also called a blind pig or a blind tiger, is an illicit establishment that sells alcoholic beverages. Such establishments came into prominence in the United States during the Prohibition era, 1920 to 1933, and longer in some states. Okay. That's interesting. Of course it was. Okay. It's easy, you'll do great. Alright, I've got no complaints. I'm in. Wonderful. I still don't think this is a great idea, Mary. We don't exactly got people lining up, you know. Give it up already. Emilio grumbled something in Spanish. I'm no Spanish expert, but I don't think it was something nice. Now I've got some business to take care of, Valkii. Valkii, you should rest before tonight. The Blind Griffin opens at 6 o'clock on the dot. Be there and look sharp. Vivi, do you think you could show her to the extra bed we've got? You got it, Marie. Let's go. Say, and you got any luggage or anything? Nah, just the clothes on my back. Well, that means less to carry, I guess. This way. Have a nice nap, bear cat. Will do. He didn't seem to like that answer much, but I ignored him after that and walked out. Fuck you. Vivi and I went down another set of stairs and into a room on the left side of a hallway. Ooh, it's a library. Well, a research room. Research? Never heard that word. Never heard the word before. Oh, research is when you try to learn more about something that you don't know enough about. You can read about it or do experiments or ask people, that sort of thing. I nodded. Vivi gestured for me to go on ahead. I looked around, books everywhere. What did bootleggers have to do all this research for, I wondered. Stuck in the corner with some more shelves was a bed. Looked a little cramped, but I don't take up much room anyhow. Wasn't exactly what I was thinking of when Marie said there was an extra room, but a place to sleep's a place to sleep. This place looks hella cozy. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, if you want some privacy, you just pull the curtain closed, and then you've got, like, darkness. I don't know why she's crying. The speakeasy's open till late, so you should sleep now while you can. I nodded. Thanks, Vivi. Hey, no problem. Us girls gotta stick together, you know? You let me know if you need anything. Got it. Sleep tight. She left, and after taking off my jacket, I jumped into bed. I'd been losing hope of landing a job, but maybe this would turn out alright. That's what I was thinking until I dozed off. A couple hours later, Vivi woke me up and we went back to the speakeasy. It looked really nice all lit up like that. Glad you could make it, Valkii. Can't be late for my first day on the job, can I? There was still a good hour before the place opened for business. You look more like a dame with your hair down. Don't judge a woman by how womanly you think she looks, Emilio. I'll be angry with you. Sorry, Marie. You know I didn't mean it like that. I know you didn't, but still, be nice. Really, I'm sorry. I had to take that in for a second. Mean it like what? Staring at the lines of Marie's face, though, I suddenly understood. I'm a woman. I was just born in the wrong kind of body, that's all. Hey, I'm not gonna judge, though I don't see why anyone would really want to be a woman. True that. Are you kidding? Can Emilio just leave? Leave. Go away. If that's the only thing you're complaining about, you don't know shit. Are you kidding? You girls have it way easier than us guys do. Women don't have to go off to war. You didn't go to war either, tough guy. Dry up, Viv. Does that mean shut up? Yeah. Shut up. I'm Scray. If your throat's too dry, then you can't really talk, so that should be the origin of this? Just then, I heard the sound of arguing coming from the stairs. Sounds like the men are back. And what am I? Just a boy, Emmy. In walked a pair of regular sheiks. A big six and a stiff-looking bird wearing a cape. Alright. Gentlemen? Rich people? Good-looking man. A Sheba is the female equivalent. That's Sheila I'm thinking about. Okay. A big six. Is that a tall guy? Oh, okay. A strong. Or is that because it's like six-pack maybe? Strong-looking man. This was a reference to the new six-cylinder engines, not to a certain recent movie. What's the recent movie? The Big Six. I don't know. I'm not a movie person. Does he know how silly that cape looks? It was pretty cool, actually. Don't judge me. Let me introduce you to the guys, Valkii. Who's the dame, Marie? This is Valkii. She's our new bartender. Is that so? Good to meet you. I'm Giovanni. If you have any questions, just ask me anytime. I nodded. A few seconds later, I noticed his outstretched hand, so I shook it in a hurry. Nice to meet you. Hey, Alex. Say something to the girl, will ya? Good evening. I'm Alexei. He had a real thick accent. Well, almost everyone in here had some kind of accent, but his thick like butter. What is he, Russian? I nodded. Sorry, doll. He's what you call the slow to warm up type. The gang's all together. Isn't this the berries, which means the best? I had to wonder what all everyone did around here. Marie clearly owned a joint. Alexei and Giovanni, probably muscle, but Emilio and Vivi... Gio, show Valkii the ropes, will you? You got it. Valkii, Gio's the one I was telling you about before, the musician? Right. He'll take good care of you. Try and do what he says, alright? I nodded and went behind the counter with Giovanni. He took off his coat and hat and stowed them away. You ever mixed drinks before? Well, if I'm leveling with you, no, but I'll learn real quick. I believe you. That's no problem. Try this on for size. He handed me a glass and a metal cup thing. This here's a shaker. You, shake things with it. Copacetic. He pulled out another glass and shaker for himself. He poured some alcohol and ice into him and started shaking. These are the basics for mixing. It's all the same technique. You just gotta learn what goes with what to make what else. I think I'm gonna turn it down just a wee bit. Think you can do it? Sure. Over the next half hour or so, we worked out some cocktails. It was a lot to remember, but I really wanted a job. I did my best to keep up. You weren't kidding about being a fast learner. Good job, kid. A few more nights and you might just be able to take over for me. By now, all the others had gathered around the bar. See Emmy? She's doing just fine. Yeah, let's see how she holds up in a week. Anyone can do good on the first day. By the way, I didn't get a chance to ask you before, but how'd you find out about this job anyway? This doesn't exactly seem like your racket. Or your type of thing. Yeah, okay, well, yeah. Doesn't really seem like your job or lifestyle. So, thing. So a tennis racket could be something you use to play tennis, or it could be what tennis players do for a living, alright? I didn't see any reason to lie about it. I shrugged. I didn't hear about it. Not exactly. I followed the signs. It was just my luck you cats were hiring. Sorry I didn't mention that before. Marie and Giovanni just looked at each other for a sec before looking back at me. Signs? You know, those glowing smoke things in the air? They made a trail that led right to this joint. A silence hung in the air for a while. You are a magician. Alexei was the first one to speak up, strangely enough, but his words made no sense to me. Oh, what? A magician? It means you can use magic, Valkii. Baloney, I ain't no magician. Using a wand or witch's hat on me? But only magicians can see those signs. Those are a secret message for others of our kind. There should be signs like that in a lot of cities, especially the big ones like San Francisco. Haven't you seen them before? Nope, but I ain't exactly been here long. Where did you live before? Sacramento? I'm sure there's covens there too. You never saw signs like these in Sacramento? I already told you I didn't. I think I'd remember if I did. Calm down, Bearcat. Don't tell me what to do, Buster. Oh, no glossary on that. Why you... Look, I don't know from nothing about magic or magicians. This is the first I heard of any of this. Well, it's not totally unheard of, this situation. Perhaps you were just in a part of Sacramento where the coven couldn't reach. It is rare, but it does happen. Have you ever noticed anything strange happen around you? Times when you wished for something to happen and they just happened like that? I thought back. Now that they were mentioning it, I could think of plenty of examples. Times when I wished it would stop raining, and it did. Times when I was dealing with some bully, and suddenly when they touched me, they said it burned like fire. Yeah, that didn't ring any alarm bells for you? Things I thought were just coincidences. I'm a magician. Absolutely. Join the club. You're all magicians. Got it in one. This is gonna be a little bit of a problem. How so? Well, now you've got to take the exam. Exam? What's that? It's a test. See, we magicians have this thing called the Grand Council, a bunch of old fogies who make decisions about the way things are run. Every magician has to be approved by the council. Usually they find you at a young age and train you to take this exam. If you fail, you get your magic taken away and your memory wiped. I lose my memory if I don't pass. Dead men tell no tales, but an amnesiac don't neither. Since we found out that you've got the magic potential, it's our duty to report you to the council. One of us will be your mentor. We'll train you, and then you'll take a magic exam administered by council representatives. Will she be able to handle both that and being a bartender at the same time? They all turned to me. Their eyes were questioning, expecting. I didn't know if I really wanted to be a magician right then, but losing my memory of this place would be a problem. Sure, of course I will. I can do it. Copacetic! Our coven's gonna be even numbered at last. If she passes, that is. Why you gotta be such a wet blanket, Emmy? Oh, dry up, Viv. I ain't a wet blanket, just a realist. That's not the word I'd use. I don't care. Alright, enough from you two. Now, Valkii, I know this has to be a lot to take in. Why don't you turn in for the night? But what about the job? Ain't this place about to open? We did fine without you up till now. We can survive one more night. Maria's right. Get some rest. We can talk more in the morning. Well, if you put it that way, then alright. I'll take you up on that. Let me see who's the romance peeps in this game, if it tells me on the page. There are trigger/content warnings for mention of depictions of death, execution, suicide, drug abuse, and alcohol. So if any of that bothers you, scoot out of here. Who do you romance? Okay, the game features 3 different character routes, which I guess is the obvious people: Giovanni, Alexei, and Emilio. So yeah. Okay. Can you find your way to your room by yourself? Yeah, I think I've got the hang of it. It's just down the stairs and to the side, isn't it? It's just one stairway down. Alright, good night, Valkii. Buona notte, doll. Night. Full of mixed feelings, I went down the stairs to my new room. Of course, I tossed and turned the whole night, but what do you expect? It's not every day you're told you're a magician. You're a wizard, Harry. After I woke up the next morning, I went upstairs to the speakeasy. The boys were nowhere to be seen, but Vivi and Marie were sitting at the bar talking. Oh, good morning, Valkii. Did you sleep well? I did alright, thanks. You got bags under your eyes. Found me out, did you? It's normal to be nervous. I know I was before I took my exam. So, I was wondering about this last night, but all of you are magicians, right? I asked yesterday, but it hadn't really sunk in. You got it, all 5 of us, soon to be 6. Did you all get here the same way I did? Well, sort of. Gio and I were trained by the same mentor. After I came to own this building, I made it the headquarters for our coven. My mentors left town, see, so someone had to fill in the gap. Alexei trained and took his exam in Russia. I told you he was Russian. Before he came to America. I did the same in New York. Emmy's really the only one who found this place the same way you did. Giovanni mentored him. That was way back. Giovanni, is that like Italian? I don't know. I'm being really ignorant right now, I'm sure, but... So, with the 5 of you here, who's going to be my mentor? Well, I'd love to teach you, but I don't think I'm far enough along yet. I take singing a lot more seriously than magic, so I'm not much of an expert. What about you, Marie? I'm afraid I'm not the teaching sort. The type of magic I specialize in can't really be taught. Couldn't you just teach outside of your specialization? Specialization? Oh, silly me, going on and on while you're still a newbie. There are 5 basic types of magic. Fire, water, earth, air, and light or dark. All magicians can use any of them, but usually we have one type we like best. That's our specialization. Mine's air, you see? She sang a few bars and I felt the room heat up. Ooh. I can change the chemicals in the air or make the air hotter or colder and that sort of thing. By singing? Oh, I don't have to sing, I just like it. But I still have lots to work on. What's your specialization, Marie? She just laughed softly instead of answering. Well, I wonder what it is. Don't be such a tease, Marie. A gal's entitled to her secrets, isn't she? That's true. Vivi shook her head. Anyhow, you've got to choose a mentor out of the guys. And they're fine with that? We all talked about it last night after you went to bed. Any one of them will be happy to take you on. Wait. I just realized that my cat wasn't on the day bed anymore. She's just on the floor behind me. Giovanni's probably the best choice. He's nice, smart, and he's the best magician out of all of us. The real cat's pajamas. Yeah, something cool, great, and/or awesome. The absolute best. If you can manage to get a cat to wear pajamas, you're pretty great. I agree. I'd love to see a cat with pajamas. He's very laid back though. You might have to push him if you want to learn more. Alexei, on the other hand, is a very hard-working man. He's studied magic very closely and understands it on a real technical level. But he's pretty serious too, so watch out. Emmy, well, you know him, a real firecracker. He talks big, but he's got a big heart too. Emilio is quite talented. If you can get along with him, I'm sure he'd be a good mentor. The men all had their good and bad points for sure. It wasn't going to be an easy choice. How long do I have before the exam? I got a message from the council this morning. They work fast. Your exam's going to be on February 5th, so you've got a few months. That seems like a real short time to be learning something like this. You don't have to be a master magician by then. You just have to show them that you know what you're doing and won't make a mess of things. The council don't want magicians doing anything evil. Magic should be used for good. Yeah, I guess I could understand that. I could hear a low chattering sound from nearby. Ooh, it sounds like they're back. They had to pick up the new shipment of booze from the harbour, and then smuggle it back. Well, there's no time like the present. Who's gonna be your mentor? Yikes, let's go for the shitter first. I wonder if I can get a walkthrough, because I can't be asked to get the wrong anything. Any walkthroughs? There's a digital art book, but I don't think that's the guide. Someone really loved this game. They did all the routes and all the endings on their plane flight. Cool. Is it quite short now? I guess it depends on how long their plane ride was. What's this called again? The blind... Oh, okay, there it is. The Blind Griffin walkthrough. Okay. No, I'm not doing Giovanni yet. I'm doing Emilio first because he's a little shit. Okay. What? This looks so short. There's like 3 choices to make until the end. Okay. Emilio, really? I mean, Emmy's like a brother to me, but are you sure? I shrugged. Out of the 3, he seemed the closest in age to me. Sure, he might be hot-headed, but I was confident I could take him. Before I could say anything, though, Emilio walked over. What are you gals doing up so early? Just some girls talk, Emilio. She's picked you as her mentor. Let me just bring the thing back up. Alright. So, we will deal with this shitter in the next one. Bye!